Thanks for staying with us. It's still Tea or Coffee on High Impact Television. We're still talking about hair. And this morning we have Toyosi Adegunle, a healthy hair coach, joining us on the show via Skype, telling us what to do, what not to do, how to keep your hair healthy. And she's online, waiting for us to patch her through. Hello, Toyosi. Good morning. How are you doing?
Hi. Hi, good morning. I'm very well, thank you.
Hi.
First things first. Is this your hair?
No, this is not my hair.
Okay. Let me be.
Sign of relief.
I was about to say if this is your hair, I am going to go back to natural hair. I'm cutting my dreads, but no, I'm not cutting my dreads. I was just joking. How are you doing today, though?
I'm fine, thank you.
I have Peace
Fine.
in the studio as well.
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
All right, very quickly, can you tell us one of the favorite hairstyles that you liked when you were growing up?
So I didn't like stress, so I like to just wear normal cornrows or back.
And any other one?
uh, I think that's all. I liked all back and this stuff we call Kiko, that rubber wrapping, because I
Okay.
heard it makes the hair longer, so I used to do it a lot then.
Mm, okay.
All right. So now that we are all okay, the lockdown has been eased, but then only essential workers are allowed to work now. So last time I checked, hairdressers are not part of essential workers. Of course, we had the discussion that essential workers are relative, of course. So how do we
Yeah.
maintain our hair during this lockdown?
Okay, well, so I think first of all, I'd like to say that hair maintenance is something that you don't just jump on. It's something that you might have been doing for quite a while, even before lockdown. But just in case people don't pay attention to their hair and you just want to start maintaining your hair now, there are some basic tips, some basic things that needs to be done to maintain the hair, and it doesn't cost so much. It's just something anyone can do on their own. And first of all, I'll just like to say that right now people are on mostly cornrows. Nobody's doing any serious hairstyle. Even people that had serious hairstyles on into the lockdown, they probably put it up already. So first of all, you have to learn how to wash your hair yourself if you haven't been doing that. So I don't think that should be a very difficult thing to do. So you wash your hair at least once a week because you're home. It doesn't mean that dirt will still not be present in your hair because you live in an environment, of course, even if you're inside, things there are some things that moves around, flies around that you don't even see. And it's important to always wash your hair with a shampoo and conditioner um, once a week, and always moisturize your hair. So I love to use natural products irrespective of hair type because I wear kinky hair, but I still love to advise people to use natural products. So to moisturize your hair, you can use your favorite oil. You can use olive oil. You can use coconut oil to moisturize your hair. This means that you massage your scalp with that oil so that your scalp doesn't stay too dry, because normally oil doesn't really stay longer on your hair, so you have to use it consistently, like every day. And if you wear a kinky hair, which people call natural hair, you have to spray every time. I use apple cider and oil and water in a spray bottle, and I spray every morning. So you can do that to maintain your kinky hair if you wear kinky hair. So if you wear relaxed hair and you're probably on cornrows, the basic things to do is to wash your hair once a week, moisturize it, and deep condition to once a month. Deep conditioning is like hair mask and trying to infuse protein into your hair. And you can also um, maintain your hair by eating healthy. You cannot scrap that part in the promotion of healthy hair. You have to eat healthy, you have to eat a balanced diet, and drink lots of water. So while growing up, I used to hear that drinking lots of water helps your hair grow and stuff, but I never really believed until I started doing it myself because I'm not a fan of drinking water like that. So I had to do that. So drinking lots of water helps your hair stay healthy. It gives your hair strength and helps to naturally moisturize your hair. So those are like the basic things you can do if you're not the type that has been really into your hair care. Because some people don't really pay attention to their hair. They saddle all the responsibility to their hairstylist. But now that you're home and you cannot access a stylist, the basic things you can do for your hair is to just wash once a week, moisturize it, and if you can, try as much as possible to make cornrows yourself or do the single braids. Just try as much as you can so that your hair doesn't break. Because the moment you start combing your hair every time, every day, comb your hair this morning, comb the next morning, you start losing all of your hair and you have hair breakage. You start losing hair and your hair breaks, and then you start having issues with your hair. You expose your hair to dirt. So it's important to um, try as much as possible to weave your hair yourself or just braid, single braids and stuff. And
So
lastly,
Toyosi,
learn to
let me
yeah,
jump in here. So
right.
you're saying that you don't advocate combing your hair every day. Is that what you're
Yeah, I
saying?
don't exactly.
So for those people who ordinarily, um, there's different hair textures, and there are some people
Yeah.
who carry kinky hair and who ordinarily their hair doesn't stay in place. There are some people that their hair doesn't stay in place no matter what they do, so they need to comb it every morning just so that they can pack it and all of that. Or maybe they don't have someone who can help them braid it into a cornrow or anything. Is there anything else, because of course they can't go out to do anything? So is there anything else that can be done? And I've been waiting for you to talk about people who are carrying dress, because right now I think I'm suffering. I think hair should be made essential for me. I'm really suffering because I really don't know what else to do. I have exhausted all the things I know to do to my locks, and I'm very certain that there'll be people like me who have new
Mhm.
growth but they can't lock it because of course we are all in the house. So what to do?
Okay, so for people that wear kinky hair and you know they don't have a choice but they have to comb every day, I think I'll suggest that you hand comb instead of using like an actual comb. You use your hand to comb your hair. Like you, can I demonstrate something like what I mean by hand comb?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so it's just like pulling your hair out like this, like pulling it out severally. By the time you do that, your hair would stretch. Doing this, that's what I mean by hand comb. So doing this, you can do this for your kinky hair because it is kinky hair. But relaxed hair is a bit is smoother than kinky hair, so you can always still get away with combing that one. But kinky hair, if you comb every day, I tell you, you're going to lose your hair and you would not even like it at all by the end of that week because normally kinky hair sheds a lot. So if you have to comb your hair every morning, if you don't have a choice and you have to comb your hair every morning, you can hand comb instead. You want to spray your hair before, you have to spray your hair before hand combing. You spray your hair first, or you just damp your hair with water, and then you use your hand to pull it out, pull it out. Then you can now use a comb for the ends, not from the root. You use a comb from the end just to detangle, and you pack whatever it is you want to do with it, pack into a bun, or you just wear your satin bonnet and you're good to go. And then for people that wear locks, I really you guys are not alone actually. So I know a lot of people that are on locks and they've been saying the same thing. I don't know what to do. You have new growth and you might not be able to lock.
Like maintain the line, maintain the cuttings and everything. And that's a stress. Trust me, that's a big stress. I see that, Toyosi. So
Okay.
as I was saying, for me, it's a big struggle. Like every morning, sometimes to pack my hair is drama, and because naturally my hair falls all over my face. If I remove the hair bond and the scrunchies that I have put in place just to hold it together, everything falls, and then I look like
We see
a
another
shaggy,
dimension of
like a
jealousy.
shaggy fellow. So I have to be very intentional about this. So what do you recommend, at least while we're waiting for the chance or the opportunity to be able to go to our regular salons to get our hair relocked? What would you advocate, and how do we keep the hair healthy in that time frame? Because we still need to talk about food items. Some people like to put food items in their hair, so we still need to talk about that. How healthy is that? But so what do you advocate we do to make sure that at least till we can do that, we keep our hair healthy?
Okay. So I'm a very big fan of basics. Like I feel like sometimes we stress ourselves with drama with hair. So I'm a very big fan of basics, and I would advise that you do the same thing I said, moisturize your hair. You just randomly, you know, drop it, remove the hair bands and all that, massage your scalp. I'm talking about maintenance now, so you don't start having dry scalp because you're wearing locks. So you massage your scalp with oil or your favorite product, and you can wash your locks too. You can also wash your locks yourself, and you cannot really, the new growth cannot, they are inevitable. You can really not do that yourself. I don't know of a way you can do that yourself right now, but the basics that I think you should be able to do for yourself is to massage your scalp yourself, and randomly, if you can weave your locks into, maybe there are several styles that you can use to actually maintain, and I really cannot demonstrate that right now because of what I'm wearing. So you can weave your locks like you're weaving your normal hair, so that keeps them together instead of having everything all flying and scattered. You can weave them into strands like cornrows, like you're making cornrows, maybe till half, and then you pack everything at the back. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So, but basically, maintenance is just apply your favorite oil or product and wash it as much as you can, like once a week, and always pack it together. That's why I suggested making cornrows, so you can put them together. You can pick your um, hair strands by the sides and put everything together so it can look neat. So that's what I suggest.
Okay, thank you, Toyosi. The other time you talked about hair breakage. Now, to be honest with you, a lot of people battle hair breakage. And now, due to the lockdown, some people are not even able to go out and get the products that will help them manage hair breakage. So what are the home remedies? What will they do, or what can we do? Let me just personalize it now. What can we do, to manage our hair breakages?
Okay, I will use myself as an example. I have, been through, I think everybody goes through this at some point. And what I do when I have hair breakage is to stop making my hair for a while. Because when you make hairstyles like contact, even simple cornrows, when you make it too much, it can cause hair breakage. So a friend of mine once had hair breakage, serious hair breakage, and we told her to just chill and stop making hair for a while. Although it seems like she's still probably going to be stressing the hair, combing the hair, but we told her to chill a bit. Like, just give your hair a break, basically. Give your hair a break. I like to think of the hair as a human being, because I feel like sometimes we bombard our hair with so many things, so many products. You get this one, you do, get that one, you do, and you've forgotten that your hair too has, has conscience. Let's put it that way. It has energy, it has strength. We all have different hair types with different strengths. Your hair might be really soft, your hair might be really thick, and you don't understand that there's some practices you should not be doing on your hair. So I feel like when you have hair breakage, take a break from hair products, from making your hair for a while. Just take a break, like 2 weeks break, to figure out exactly what the problem is. Just take a break and chill first. Then after, you can do is to you can use apple cider. I use apple cider as like my go-to hair product. It's like an all-rounder. I use it a lot for basically everything, to moisturize, to prevent this, to prevent that, because it is it is that good. It works for me. So I don't know what should find out what works for you, but that is what works for me. So you can also put apple cider in your put a little in the water. If you wash your hair, put a little in water to rinse your hair. It also reduces the chances of hair breakage and helps you to control it. And right now, since we're home and people might not have access to apple cider, I'll just say that people should learn not to stress the hair too much. Don't pull your hair too much. Don't make hairstyles that will pull your hair too much. There's sometimes that you make braids, and I don't know if you notice that you start having lumps. You have lumps like on your edges or at the back and sides, and these lumps grow into something else. You start scratching it, it becomes dandruffs and all of that. When you stress your hair too much, that is basic cause of hair breakage. So I like to think, like I said, I think of hair as human being. So I just don't stress it. Don't stress your hair way too much. Since you're home, if you're experiencing a hair breakage, just leave your hair first for like 2 weeks and see how that goes. Then after 2 weeks, you can figure out exactly what the problem is. Sometimes hair products can cause these things too. the hair products that are supposed to be helping you might also cause some damages to your hair because you use too many products at the same time. Like that's why sometimes you think products don't work for you. Like using 5 hair products on your hair at once every day, it can cause because your hair doesn't even know which way to go, what to do, which one to respond to, and all of that. So I'm really trying to be realistic. Now you might not have access to any hair hair product to control it or something. So basically, just leave your hair, don't pull it, don't stress it, don't use anything, don't just chill for like 2 weeks. Then after 2 weeks, if it still continues, then you can use basic home remedies that I will recommend. You can find an apple cider, or you can just maintain your hair with oil. Olive oil is like an underrated hair product. So you always use oil to moisturize your scalp, and you can also do hot oil treatment. So this is when you warm the oil and then you massage it through your scalp and your
Okay.
hair strand. Not too much on your hair strand, but a good amount on your scalp. Make sure it is warm enough to for your scalp to take, so you don't burn your scalp or something. So that's like
Okay.
what I
So,
would
Chelsea,
advise.
you mentioned protein and some food sources that could also help. Would you like to elucidate on that?
Okay, yes, that's true. So I was talking about deep conditioning, and you can use egg yolk. You can use avocado. You can use oil. You mix these 3 things together and honey. That's what I use
Toyosi, did you
because
say egg yolk?
yes,
Talks, or should I say, people have said that egg yolk is not the best way to go. That to make your hair smell like it will give an offensive odor, especially if
that's
bacteria
easy
comes
too
into
much.
play and works on it. You could even get an
Yes.
infection. I've heard that before.
Well, I've heard that too, but if you use too much, that's why I said that simplicity is really key when you're dealing with your hair. Anything can be too much. Anything can be too when you use too many things, it can, damage your hair. So you can use very little portion of things. So I don't usually too much on my hair. If they tell you honey is good for your hair, if you use it too much, at the end of the day, it might not work for your hair because you're
Okay.
bombarding your hair and using too much. So basically, I use honey, I use avocado, olive oil, and egg yolk, a little bit, of course, because of the smell particularly. I don't like the smell, so I just use a little. I put this together and put it on my hair. So you wait for like 45 minutes to wash it off with your shampoo, and you're good to go.
All right. So, Toyosi, I've seen in different places that you can use rice water. Is it true? Does it work?
I don't know because I haven't tried it, so honestly don't know. I don't know because when you visit YouTube and you see this thumbnail, you are most likely attracted to trying it out. Like you see somebody with a very short hair before, and then by the side you see long hair. And I've heard from people too that it doesn't work and it smells a lot. So I haven't tried it, so I can't say if it works or not.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toyosi. We have to let you go at this point. Thank you for sharing all that you know about maintaining healthy hair, especially since a lot of us are
Thank
losing
you
our
for having
edges or having new growths that are, mixing with old growth and turning our hair into a very horrible matted mess. And I'm very certain that one or two things, people have picked one or two things from what that the things you shared with us this morning. Thanks very much for joining us once again, Toyosi. And we stay safe.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I learned from this. I almost tried out rice water. At a point, I felt I need my hair to be healthy, and then I need, my hair to look fine, look good, and all. And then I went on YouTube and saw different videos about rice water. The rice water I'm talking about, the cooked rice. The water you scoop from it. like you parboiled rice.
Really?
You allow it to cool. Yeah, you allow it to cool, and then you just need to wash your hair. It looked really, when I saw the video, it looked really messy. But then
that was not even the right. That's not the idea of rice water that I know.
that was what I
You
saw.
see, that's why sometimes when we see things on YouTube, we need to also double check because these people, you see, random people would. I said something earlier on at the show. I can't remember what we were talking about when I said that. Well, that was when we were talking about different strokes for different folks. Where I said this whole idea of I can work under pressure thing. And I said someone can just come up with 10 list of things you should do to your hair, 10 list of things. And the truth about it is that it's really not a one size fits all thing. It's a personal opinion or personal whatever that they probably haven't tested out. They just feel let's just put it out there so that people will think we have content. Because for me, for instance, the rice water that I found out was uncooked rice, actually, not cooked rice. The one I found out was uncooked rice. You wash the rice, and then you put it in a jar, put some water, and cover it up, leave it to ferment. Then you strain the water maybe after 2 days. That's the water you put, and then you just put it as a mask in your hair, and just leave it there for a couple of minutes, say 10-15 minutes. Then you wash it out. That was the one I saw. That was the one I saw consistently on YouTube. And you find out that people I didn't try it. I never tried it because that time I was on full natural hair. I had not made my decision to lock my hair. So I was trying to see, okay, because my hair is very difficult to maintain. It's hard, it tangles a lot. But when there's a lot of products, there's a way it's sleek. But of course, the products will it doesn't hold, like it's just a lot of drama to maintain my hair. And that time, that was between 2014 and 2017. It was a struggle, like a big pot of struggle, because it was a struggle, a big one. So at about 2019 or so, I just decided, you know what, I think January 2019, I just told myself, you know what, I'm done, because if I comb my hair, you could literally see it shed in very tiny curly circles,
bits,
very tiny, and it was a mess. So at that point, I tried all sorts of things. But what Toyosi said this morning that rings a bell is that, you see, for your hair to be healthy, we really don't have to pack products in.
Exactly.
We really don't need to pack products in. Sometimes something as simple as shea butter is all you need.
Even diet, what you eat, drink a lot of water, and make sure that you live, fine.
Yeah.
It affects your hair too.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to take a break. When we return, we still have more hair conversations. This time around, practical ways, more practical, less talk. We just hands-on conversation on what to do with your hair, what not to do, and all of that. So don't go anywhere. We still have more to come on Tea or Coffee.